Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Omar Pineda, your Austin realtor with EXP Realty.
And I'm Javier Melendez, EXP Realty as well.
Now, if you've ever gone to buy a brand new home, you probably noticed that it quickly starts to add up when it comes to all the home upgrades. So we found a place in Austin called ProSource that sells flooring, cabinetry, backsplash at wholesale prices.
Everything that you would need, that you would go to the design center to upgrade, you can find it here for way less.
Now, sit back. We're going to do a nice tour of this with Keith, very knowledgeable subject matter expert for sure on this everything in the store.
We'll be doing a deep dive into every aspect of things that you would go to the designer center to upgrade, whether it's flooring, cabinetry, fixtures, marble tabletops, whatever you think of that you would upgrade in a design center. We will go into a deep dive here in this wholesale place.
So you don't want to miss out. So Keith, please tell us someone's first time at ProSource. They never heard of it. What is this place?
So we're kind of a hidden gem, as I mentioned earlier. We're a trade secret. We only sell to the trade. So we're not a normal retail shop that's open after hours.
Reflexes, check. Good job.
So we're a wholesale to the trade only. Our main clientele is going to be remodelers or builders, investors, realtors, people that are in the trade that have clients that regularly need materials, whether to sell a home or to move into a home. Okay, so being here for 30 years, most of the custom home builders, designers, realtors, they all know us. They all have accounts here. We have over 1,500 buying members that purchase with us on a daily basis. Okay, wow. So we are finally going to move. We're very excited. We're going to move up north a little bit further, maybe 10 minutes north of here, in a brand new 2-story building. So it's going to be much nicer, less cluttered, more space. But we've been way overdue. Ever since COVID, we've exponentially grown.
Wow.
Yeah. So people do find value in the home. They do want to spend money in the home. They want to enjoy their home. Ever since COVID and social media, things are exposed that, this is your home. You want to enjoy your home. It's best spending your money in your home.
Keeping in mind that, how often do you guys refresh the inventory to keep up with the current trends?
Good question. So we have, I don't even know how many suppliers we have. We have hundreds of suppliers. So again, we're here in the engineered wood area. We probably have 25 different suppliers in here. Daily, we are having these companies like Robbins. I have my rep come in, constantly taking products out, refreshing them. Colors don't sell. He'll put new ones in, put new things. So it's a every day.
Nice.
All of our representatives, because we are such a huge company, huge buying power, they're here all the time. They're visiting us all the time. They want to make sure everything's up to date, everything's new, that we are showing their latest and greatest materials.
Got it. Okay.
Designers come in here all the time. Designers don't want to see the same things over and over again. So we are constantly refreshing things, constantly bringing new things in. And then we go to our vendors. We have them run reports. Hey, which lines are selling, which are not. Change it up.
Okay. And that's very important because as realtors, we'll go to new builds and they have a selection already selected of people to choose from, a package. And might have been 6 months ago that was the thing to do.
100%.
Versus now when they're actually wanting to go to the design center, start their home buying process,
100%.
What do we choose?
100%.
It's already outdated.
100%.
So that's good to know then.
And again, a builder's trying to buy things on a budget too. So, whatever's latest and greatest is probably is a higher price point.
Right.
So you're right. Sometimes a builder will offer something, but they're a little bit kind of late to the game.
Yeah, by the time
exactly.
people wanna buy,
Exactly. So the idea, and back to our conversation, was maybe a new homeowner comes in here and finds something that is new, that is flashy, that kind of gives them a splash of color that maybe the builder doesn't offer.
Right.
The builder is definitely offering some upgrades, but not a whole lot. Maybe option A, option B. But when you start getting into those upgrades, they're really considerably increasing the price of the home.
Okay.
So good question. But yeah, we definitely are always changing stuff up. We hate to see the same things too.
Yeah.
After a while we get tired of it. So we're always just even moving stuff around.
Yeah, it gives a
You know,
different perspective.
Exactly. Sometimes we'll even just move this up front and then move that one over here, and you'd be surprised. Like people are like, oh, that's really nice, And so positioning, product positioning, marketing, all of those things, merchandising, very important.
Okay.
Very
As
important.
far as the accessibility, so I see a lot of stuff here. Is it open to the public? Do you have a membership? Like, how does it work?
Good
Do people
question.
get access to the
Good question. Because we are that little trade secret, we do have memberships. So, like I mentioned, we have 1,500 buying members. They're all individually represented by different salespeople we have here. Okay. So we have a sales force of about 9 to 10 people here, and each one of them has their own clientele, their own builders, their own realtors, their own. So yes, we do have members that come in by way, and then they refer clients through their membership to work with me.
Okay.
100%. Because we don't do the installation, we want you to come by way of referral, because maybe that person that referred you also has a way to help you install the materials too.
Okay, got it. Yeah, one of my other questions was like if you guys had offered like some type of like design consultation, but it seems like that's off the table since you guys are selling directly to the
Good question. Good question. Because we are wholesale, we're not necessarily white glove. We're not designers per se, but because we do such large volume, we obviously are on the end and we know what's popular, what color trends are working. So by all means, if somebody comes in here and does not have an idea, they can certainly look around and find something. Most people these days have Pinterest pages or some sort of ideas or photos that they like or that they've stored on their phone that they maybe saw somewhere. They may go to a restaurant and see a really nice tile on the wall and they'll take a picture of it. And then one day when they come in here, they'll be, hey, I saw this picture, do you have it? So a lot of people, because of social media, because of awareness, I think people are noticing things a lot more these days.
Right, more details, especially if people
100%.
are wanting to stay in their current homes and staying there longer.
There you go.
Now they're wanting to invest more into their actual home.
Actually, now that you mentioned that, I think really what's also boosted our business is VRBO. The Airbnb, the rental homes, because people go into those homes, those are usually designed by a designer.
Yeah.
Because again, what makes my home stand out than the other listing? It's the photos. It's the way I've put the pillows in the particular picture. It's the lighting. It's the angle of the photo.
Certain tile.
Yes.
The bathroom.
So yes, a lot of these places will have really nice, extravagant tile. Maybe not something you want to see every day, but it's something that you've never seen before. That engages you. That engages somebody to go back home and be like, okay, man, this is kind of basic. Yeah, we need to redo this. 100%. So. Nice. I think that's really boosted. People are not afraid to use color now. Where in the past it was just white, everything, base grade.
Gray.
Yeah, gray.
Millennial gray.
Everybody's so over the grays now. Yeah. My designers are not picking grays anymore. Yeah. Like we talked about over there, things are going back towards traditional. I'm selling a lot of natural stone, a lot of just natural materials.
Yeah.
So let's get started, shall we? So we're looking at flooring here, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, tell us about this flooring, Keith.
So these are what they call luxury vinyl plank, or LVP as an acronym. Basically what it is floating material. So it does not glue down, and it actually has vinyl layer on top. So it's actually a WPC, which is a polymer substrate with a cork backing and vinyl on top. So the technology enhances the grain. So these do look and feel like real wood. Some of them are wider, some are narrower, some are longer. They're all different sizes, but they will go down right on top of the concrete.
Gotcha. This looks really nice to me. Is this not like your standard builder kind of install? Or is this a little bit higher end?
This would be a higher end finish. I would imagine this would be maybe a level 3, level 4 upgrade through a builder. For the purposes of what we're talking about today, I would probably not upgrade this through the builder just because you're probably going to be overspending on those upgrades through the builder.
Point, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So
as far as what you were talking about, the grain, the wood looking like actual wood, is there aspects of that as far as like how wide they are, how skinny they are, that affects like the quality of it?
Not necessarily the quality, it's more just the styling. This is actually brand new, but it's kind of a throwback to the old style of 3-inch. So they got a 3-inch plank here. So you're actually looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces here. And then they have a 5-inch. So the 3-inch and 5-inch were traditionally an older style. Everything kind of went towards this 7-inch or even 9-inch wide, right? But as things change, I am definitely starting to see a trend back towards the traditional.
Yeah.
So this
always recycle.
100%. So that's definitely the trend, is to kind of going back. This actually looks more like a sand and finish, like a true floor that you would put in, you'd nail in, you'd sand it, and you stain it. Versus these that have the bevel. Not everybody likes the bevel.
Okay.
This is what they call a natural bevel. So this is the first way they installed it, or they made them. Then they came to this. Now this almost has no bevel, which looks more like a sand finish floor.
This one has like more of a like
Defined.
like a grout.
100%.
Quote unquote. Yeah. Okay.
100%. So that way it looks more like the real wood, which is right behind us. It looks very similar to that because of the grout.
Seamless, yeah. Oh, okay.
And this is a type of flooring that would go in the whole house, believe it or not, all the way through the
Wet
bedrooms.
areas as well.
100%. This go in the kitchen. It could be a seamless, no transitions anywhere in the house.
Okay, nice. As far as like I've heard the terms engineer, vinyl, laminate, like all of that. What would be the differences of like people looking to upgrade their flooring? Like what are the pros and cons of each?
Okay, so good question. So a laminate is actually going to be a product like this, which is going to be a particle board core. Okay, versus like what we were talking about, which is that white core. This can still get water damage. So the laminates were very popular until the vinyl plank came about.
Okay.
Vinyl's 100% waterproof. So people who have pets and kids, dog bowl spills over, you're not worried about that. On laminate, it would swell up. If you ever had like a desk and you left that water glass on, it'd swell up in the morning. Same thing would happen on the old laminates.
So kind of like the IKEA furniture.
100%. I didn't want to use that word, but yes. An IKEA desk is what I used to say. You leave that glass there in the morning, it swole up. They're trying to come back. They went away for the longest time. Vinyl really took over. But they're trying to come back and saying that they are topically waterproof now. These are 100% waterproof.
Yeah.
So you can wet mop these. You cannot wet mop these typically. Can't steam mop them either. But you could with these. But yeah, this, in the sense of a home, would start at the front door and literally go everywhere. Most people are not necessarily keen to the carpet in the bedrooms. It's temporary, holds odors. Over time, it just wears out, and you start seeing that traffic pattern. This could be something that people put in and probably never have to do anything to the floors for the life of the home. 100%.
Especially like a robot vacuuming.
A Roomba helps if you have dogs. Stuff is just gonna kind of, if you got fans on, stuff is just gonna kind of collect in the corners. The robot goes around. You're clean all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Carpet will hold stuff and hold fibers and hair and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I've noticed with like vinyl, it's like, yes, it's durable, but if you move furniture or something, like you'll get a scratch. Like the, is it vinyl, right?
It can happen, yeah, or even hardwood or engineered wood.
Engineered wood, yeah.
So engineered wood is just layered wood. That's all it is. Instead of solid chunk of wood, it's layered, compact wood that makes it more stable. So those can be glued down to concrete. Solid wood is typically what you see only on nail-in applications, like an old raised pier and beam subfloor. You would nail down wood to the subfloor. These glue down. They glue down to concrete.
Walk me through like what a typical, if you have a client that walks in and they're looking at flooring and they're trying to find some middle ground here, right? Like how does that process look like kind of from beginning to end? Can you elaborate?
So we have so many different suppliers. We probably have over 20 different vendors just in vinyl alone. So because we're a wholesaler, we've been here for 30 years, we just have so many relationships with a lot of these manufacturers and suppliers. So because we do with such large volume, everybody's different. Everybody's flavors are different. That's why we have so many. But in a nutshell, it comes down to color. I would say most important to people is color.
Yeah.
That's usually most important. And then price point. And most of my vinyls are going to go anywhere between $2 and maybe $4 or $5 at the most. So it's definitely an easy upgrade for people. And again, like we spoke about, it's pretty user-friendly. Kids, pets, anything will go on this. Very easy to clean. And it looks just like wood, and it won't scratch like wood. So back to the scratching, as long as you put little furniture pads underneath the legs of furniture, they'll just glide right on this.
Easy, yeah.
100%.
As far as like offering warranties, is that offered through the manufacturer, or do you guys also offer
Yes.
on your regards?
On the back of any of these boards, we'll offer a warranty. A lot of these are going to hold actually commercial warranties because they're literally indestructible. So 25 years is probably more of the minimum. Some of them have 50-year. And again, we know people aren't going to stay in a home that long typically, but no, in the life of you in the home, you probably would never destroy it or ever need to upgrade it.
Okay.
100%.
Nice.
But this is for like the finer stuff. What about like the lower stuff? Does that have like the same kind of warranty, or is the warranty handled internally or like a third party?
No, each supplier, again, we're a wholesaler. We don't even do any installation. So, so what we do is we make sure to get the product to the consumer at the lowest price possible. Skipping the middleman, we buy direct from any of these companies. And then we sell at very low cost because we deal to the trade.
All right, so we're in the section of backsplash. Is that what we're in?
Yeah, this is just a wall tile in general. These could be used anywhere, but yeah, more so on a backsplash. What I've been seeing a lot of lately too is accent walls. People will put this, say, in a powder bath wall behind the mirror. You know, again, think of a nice restaurant. We go to a restaurant, you see a lot of tile work everywhere. So a lot of people are wanting that. A lot of people are wanting, you know, something decorative on a wall. So yeah, this is a lot of wall tile. It could be kitchen. It literally could be anywhere. It could be a bar front. You know, it could be a kick place on a bar. It could be a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the icing on the cake that I call it, because this is where you get your color.
Gives that pop of color.
100%.
Yeah.
It's nice, huh?
Yeah,
especially the way it's all laid out. It really gives you like a quick kind of perception of like, dang,
and
all the possibilities.
And it's all doubled up. We have tons of different things in here. So again, like I mentioned, we have so much clientele. It's very rare that people will pick the same thing over and over again. You know, you may have somebody really wanting terracotta stuff. You may have somebody coming in really wanting herringbone stuff. So it's just a lot of variety. And that's why we have to have so much different things.
This one, this one.
No, that one. It's like matte.
I like that.
Yeah.
And back to the point of us being wholesale. I mean, I think that's the most important thing to convey here is that we're not a retail shop. We don't have people, we've been here for an hour or two now. Nobody's coming in. We work by referral and by appointment only. Okay. So we would know, or, you know, people will contact us ahead of time. Hey, I found you through Omar. Can I come in with my wife? We want to look at flooring. And I'll set an appointment and I'll dedicate an hour and I'll help people out. We will lend products out. You can take these to your house to see if they really work with you.
Nice.
So we're definitely hands-on. We have so many different products.
Yeah, guys, so you don't get the cookie cutter tile. You definitely get some different choices here.
Color's everything.
Color is everything, and don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to use it.
I mean, because we walk through so many new construction homes, right? So we're used to a lot of neutral, you know, just very entry level for everything, right?
Correct.
So seeing all this color and the possibilities, like, that's like the next.
That's how you make your
step.
home your home.
Yeah.
You make the house your home.
And make it stand out,
100%.
especially if you're going to live in it and for the resale.
100%.
Right? Because that's how you.
Purposes, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, because you could be getting package C, and then your neighbor three doors down has the same package, but
100%.
different exterior. So it's like, okay,
100%.
it's like what's the difference then? Like, what makes my house unique?
100%.
So from the start, if you're gonna buy a house, might as well put in the effort of putting different tile, and not spending it through the design center and just going out on your own and putting like nice tile like this.
You know, what I find a lot of the times is people will be going through this close with these homes, but they are already knowing they're going to rip out these materials because you're right, they'll offer vanilla and chocolate and that's it. You know, and somebody wanting something like that, you're not going to find something like this in a design center. So people will come in, and in some cases, a lot of the cases, they will get this material and have it ready for exactly when they close, have their guy lined up to come and install this material.
Right.
Because you're right. Who wants to disrupt their life after they've moved in and furniture's all in? And so most people are doing these upgrades before they move in.
Yeah, I always tell people, if you don't like the carpet first thing before you move in,
You're never gonna like it.
Do the flooring and do any tile work
100%.
that you want to do, because after that, you're not gonna do it.
I tell people.
9 times out of 10, you're not gonna.
I tell people life happens.
Yeah.
Life happens, and that room, you're like, oh, we're going to redo that room someday, but then life happens, and you don't get to that. And then Omar is coming trying to sell your home. He's like, why didn't y'all do that room? And they're like, honey, I told you we should have done that room. Now you're going to spend all that money, and you're going to leave the next day. And it's just like, and then they look out on the way out, and they're like, man, that was nice. I wish we did that 5 years ago.
And then that's the other situation where you get with the sellers, that they don't want to put the money in now because they're going to leave. But that's a benefit to sell the home. So
Yes.
Kind of like, should we stay now and not sell it and just do the
100%.
room? Yes, that's kind of
100%. You got to enjoy it while you're there. We never know. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know. You know, but you're right. A lot of people say, this is not my dream home. They say that, but then they come back in 20 years. Hey, Keith, I'm still here. You know, I'm like, okay, we should have done that. You know, so yes, enjoy your home while you're there. It's something that you're going to see every day. Right. You know, it's definitely well worth the investment. 100%.
And because this is a wholesale place, so we're going to have wholesale prices. So can you list a couple of prices that we have in front of us?
Yeah. Again, we don't have anything, documented on here just because everything changes. Everything with us is electronic.
Okay.
I have all this stuff in my system, and it's all updated. So as things change prices, they're updated. But just to give you an idea, something like this mosaic is probably around $8 a square foot.
Oh, nice.
And something a little bit nicer like this is made from basalt. This is actually made from volcano stone. Wow. And it's glazed on top. That might be more like $20 a foot.
Yeah.
But when you're doing a little backsplash that might be 20 square feet, you might spend $400 on that.
Right, you're not going to put this in a whole wall.
Correct. So for $400, I mean, that really changes the look of the kitchen. Now you're having people over. People are sitting on the bar stool and like, where did you get that? Like, Lennar didn't offer me that, So now that's a conversation piece.
Right.
And it's your home. Yeah, 100%.
There's a whole conversation.
You can go through all that stuff. But these texture tiles, I'm seeing a lot of this right now.
Yeah,
a lot of people like this texture. Anything textured, anything 3D right now, people are liking.
It's like this one right here too. These two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So again, that could be, say you have a bar front, that could be maybe a wall, like in a hallway where you have just some kind of nice wall. That could be an accent tile on that wall. So think of it where people used to use wallpaper in the past, they're now using textured tiles. This is a huge tile, so it's just showing you a small piece of it.
That's crazy.
But look at that. So that would make a really cool bar.
That's really nice.
Wow.
So we pretty much have almost everything. I mean, again, with the different customers we have and the questions we get asked on a regular basis, there's always things that we're undiscovering and bringing out and showing to people.
And so you mentioned that people are able to take this home and like kind of do like a sampling of
100%.
like where they want to put it and then just bring it back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because our suppliers are really good with us, we can always get new samples. Sometimes I'll even give this out to people or order a piece. We don't charge for samples. I can ship samples wherever you want. But yes, this may look green here. You take it home because your lighting, it looks more blue.
Right.
Lighting is huge. So we tell people take it home, look at it, make sure that's exactly the color you want. Because obviously we have lots more to choose from. So if you take that home and it just ain't the right color, you can come back and find something here.
Yeah, it's like an overload just looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Like, which one do I want?
But again, that's a good problem to have, that I have millions of greens, where again, Lennar or these builders may offer 0 greens or maybe 1 green.
Not the green that you want.
Not the green that you want. Yeah. It's not your green.
Right.
So what's going to happen next, Javier?
If we get 1,000 likes on this video, we are going to make a more in-depth video. We'll create a series about why you should skip the design center and come here and talk to us about how to save money on upgrading your home.
Yes.